Howdy, 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 howdy. How's it going, everybody? SeaOtterGamer here, back with some more Nilly's Realm. As our mystic, we are joined today by Asylum. Want me to TP to Islands? I'll tell you it's safe. Sure thing, man. Really quickly, let's see. Because I believe we only need one more death. Yeah, one more death. Dexterity, we need 13 and 7 attack. So, I feel like I want to do defense and... defense and dexterity today. So we're gonna look for some sprite worlds or something. Let's see, where's the axe at? Alright, let's just head around this way. So, as promised to you, I thought that I would talk a little bit about science today. It's been a little while since we have done a science episode. I think it's probably around that time, right? Alright, cool. So, I thought today we would talk about one of the most abundant resources on planet Earth, which is water. Now, water is a really cool thing. And of course, a lot of people are like, water, you know, what's so cool about water? It's, you know, it's just there. There's a lot of it, and who cares, right? So, but there's a lot of cool properties that water has that other things don't have. Like, for instance, it is a polar molecule. So, there we go. So, what that means is, of course, water is 1 hydrogen to 2 parts. Sorry, I got that backwards because I'm trying to concentrate. 1 oxygen and 2 hydrogen, right? It looks like a little Mickey Mouse. So, and the oxygen is more electronegative. And what that means is that... there we go. What that means is that it wants electrons more than the hydrogens do. Let's see. You want this? Not really. And so what happens is that on one side of the molecule, you have your oxygen, and that becomes a little bit more negative because of course, electrons are negative. Oh man, I am just butchering this today, aren't I? All right, let's do the Sphinx here, and then hopefully we'll get into a tomb or something here. And because it's a little bit negative on one side because oxygen hoards all of the electrons. Ooh, nice. Please be. All right, I'll take a wisdom potion. All right, let's find Axe. Oh, he's here with me. Cool. That makes it polar. And bipolar, it means that one side is slightly more negative and one side is slightly more positive. And there's a lot of cool things that does. Like for instance, I didn't have a tomb. I thought he was gonna say something else. Like for instance, when ice is formed, right? When water freezes and ice is formed, it creates a crystalline structure, and because of the... see, is this a... that's not what I was looking for. That's okay. Because of the polar nature of water, that crystalline structure is less dense than it was before it froze. And so water is one of the... I wouldn't say only, but yeah, you know, one of the only substances that is less dense after it freezes than it was before. And in fact, what happens is at 4 degrees Celsius, water is as dense as it's gonna get. Because as you know, things that are heated generally expand, and things that are cooled generally will contract and get smaller. But what happens is at 4 degrees Celsius, water is, and that's a standard pressure, right? 1 atmosphere. Pea bag. Nothing really good. Nothing worth really grabbing, I don't think. And so, at 4 degrees Celsius, water is as dense as it's gonna get. And that means that if you heat it, it'll expand, and if you freeze it, it'll expand as well, which is kind of cool. I always thought that was a cool property. And of course, you know, that's very important, because if it was... oh, but because if it actually got more dense and it contracted when it froze. Then in wintertime, have you done an 04 before? Once. I've done one, so. So that of course means that in winter, if it was the other way around, if it contracted and became more dense as it froze, then as the water froze and became a solid, then it would sink to the bottom, not float to the top, and that would be a pain for all the fish that now are getting crushed under giant pillars of ice, you know? So I guess we can TP over to him. There we go. So, of course, that's one of the reasons why we can live, you know? Water is one of the fundamental parts of your body. I believe you're something like 80-something% water. So, of course, you know, your body definitely needs water, obviously. But at the same time, you know, water, oh. What am I getting shot by? Oh, those little guys over there. So that was weird. Because we were killing it, it was over here, and then it ended up over here. Okay. Nice. Alright, so the water has a lot of other cool properties to it. You know, it is a solvent, which means that it will dissolve things in it. It is known by a lot of people as the quote-unquote universal solvent. That's just kind of its nickname or whatnot. Another speed. I've been selling these, by the way. Because we are already maxed out. We could save them and max out a different character, but I don't really feel like I need to. It is a universal solvent. It covers 71% of the Earth, which I feel like is kind of a cool fact as well, you know. Let's see what else. It has the most surface tension of any natural forming liquid. So, which is of course a very good property to have, because without the surface tension, then stuff like plants wouldn't be able to live because they rely on the surface tension to basically wick up the water up into themselves. So, and you know, there's other uses as well. You always see like bugs can stand on surface tension and all that kind of stuff, which is, I don't know, not so useful to us, but it is what it is. So, it's also has the highest specific heat capacity and conduction of heat of any naturally like common liquid. Which is very useful as well. We use it a lot for cooling your car, for instance, right? Because it's really good at absorbing that heat. So that's one thing that we use it for. What else? What else about water? There's a lot of really cool stuff about water. So, and you know, water seems like it would be one of those like really boring things, but it's actually pretty cool. At least I think so. You know, please be a defense. Okay, I'll take another wisdom. That's fine. We'll need them eventually. So, should we go on the Davies? Nah, I would rather keep. Oh, he's right on top of me. Keep looking for some Sprite Worlds or something. Is he gonna go in? Let's head to the Godlands. So, by the way, somebody did, oh shit. Oh, I almost did the thing where it was typing and you die because you're stuck on the typing. That was almost my life. That was almost my life. But thankfully, no, it wasn't your fault, Axe or Axel. Not quite sure. One of the two. It wasn't your fault. It was me accidentally hitting my enter key or something. Actually, I think I hit shift. So that was my bad. Let's keep looking for the sprites. I really want to max out def today. That's my goal. If we can get 1 defense potion, I will be happy. That will make me happy. So, what else? What else has the highest latent heat of fusion and vaporization of any common substance? If you know what that is. It has a fairly high, I would say, refraction index. Basically, that means the higher your refraction index, the more light will bend as it travels through something. So, oh. Oh, cool. All right, let's do it. So, and that's something that it'll change with like the salinity, or the temperature of a substance as well. So it's not a fixed number for everything, you know. All right. There we go. Cool. Yeah, so there's a lot of cool stuff. I feel like I'm missing something. I feel like there's something really, you know, like glaringly obvious that I'm missing that I shouldn't be missing right now. So let's just talk about other cool stuff that you can do with water. Do you know how microwaves work? Microwaves work because water is a polar molecule. And what happens is when you put a microwave through water, it'll spin the water like a top. And of course, temperature is actually a function of how much the particle is moving, right? It's a function of the, there we go. It's a function of the, oh man, that was quick. I don't really want it. Yeah, so the more that a substance is moving, the higher the temperature. That's the direct correlation there. I can't remember the exact word I'm looking for because I'm an idiot right now, apparently. But you know what I'm talking about. So as you spin the water, you add not potential energy, kinetic energy. What's my dex at? All right. Let's, should we do a skull? I don't really want to. Come on. Yeah, so that's how microwaves work. It's not actually like radioactive. A lot of people think it's radioactive. And radiation and radioactive are two totally different things, right? Sure, you know, they do have similar qualities, right? Radioactive substances will radiate energy, right? But at the same time, not all radiation is harmful. For example, heat is a type of radiation, right? Everything radiates heat. Unless you're at 0 Kelvin or absolute 0, you are radiating heat, right? And so radiation is, you know, is not actually the worst thing. And you know, it's actually, I feel like it's kind of become a buzzword of sorts. Like, oh no, radiation, we're all gonna die. It's gonna be like Fallout 4, right? Or something. That's probably a... Yes! That's what I wanted. All right, we are now maxed out on def. I'll take that as well. So, I don't know. It bugs me when people are like, oh no, is that a microwave oven? It's gonna kill us all. Like, no, that's not. Unless you're inside the microwave, in which case you're an idiot and you probably deserve your fate anyways. Or, you know, unless someone locked you in there and then they're the idiot, I suppose. But, no, it's like, by all means, if you're pregnant, don't go near a microwave. If it's scary and you think it's gonna harm your baby, then don't go near a microwave. But for everyone else, it's completely safe, you know? Plus, microwaves have, if you ever notice the actual screen part of the microwave is like a metal mesh, right? And that's because a microwave has a built-in Faraday's cage. And what a Faraday's cage does is basically you like surround. Oh, think of like a cage, like a bird cage or something. Sorry if I take time to spawn. I'm lagging. No problem, man. It's all good. I'll take that though. A Faraday's cage is a kind of a cool phenomenon where you have a wave, and if you have a cage of metal or something that can absorb that wave, then and the mesh is fine enough, then it won't go through the cage, right? That's how a Faraday's cage works, basically. So if you're ever in a mall or something and you don't get good cell service, or in your school maybe you don't, or something, then chances are, you know, maybe there's metal studs in that building and it's acting like a Faraday's cage, right? Let's go over here. There we go. So, okay, another good example of that is you are driving in a car. Let's say you're in the passenger seat of a car, right? And lightning hits your car. Will that hurt you? And the answer is no, unless you are touching some of the metal, I suppose, because lightning kind of acts like a wave. And it won't go through the Faraday's cage, which is your car. And that is how you survive a lightning attack in your car. So, the more you know. Yeah, I don't know. So, lots of cool stuff. I don't know how we got on that topic after talking about water. I can't quite remember. Oh, we're so close to the attack. I think we need 6 more now. Is that better? No, that's worse. Let's see. Let's see where we're at. 6 attack, 12 dex. 6 attack, 12 dex. Okay, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Take that. Yeah, so that's pretty much all I had to talk about for today. Is there anything else about water? I feel like I'm missing something. Let's think about it. Oh, I know. Here's a big one. It is the only naturally occurring substance that occurs as a solid, a liquid, and a gas on planet Earth without some sort of messing around with it. You know, like naturally, it will occur as a solid, a liquid, and a gas, which is kind of cool. No other substance does that. So. That I know of. I'm pretty sure it's literally no other substance. Oh, let's do a Fanatic of Chaos. Absolutely. Okay. Stop confusing us. I want to do a Fanatic of Chaos. There we go. Alright, let's dish some damage down here. We'll heal up a little bit as well. Nice. Sorry, man, I would TP, but I'm at the Fanatic of Chaos, and I'm not gonna give up this opportunity, man. Come on. Sorry, guys, I'm concentrating right now. So, please, I apologize for not talking more. I'm actually really liking the Mystic. A lot of people are telling me that she sucks and she's awful. I'm really enjoying her. I don't understand why people don't like her. I can understand that she's not as good at getting loot or something, maybe as like a warrior or something. At least I don't think she is. I'm assuming that's why people don't like her as much. Okay, he's gotta be almost dead. There it is. What did we get? We got a blue bag. Okay, nice. I will drink both of those. Is there Asylum? Yeah, let's do an Asylum. Asylum! I've been really trying to do some of these higher level dungeons lately. I'm really enjoying it. Is that that's a T10, it's not bad. Let's drink that. Okay. If we could get past here without dying a horrible, horrible mangy death, that would be great. All right, let's just run. The good thing is that we can stasis people if we need to get past them, right? All right, we're with the group. Step 1 complete. Step 2, don't die. Step 3, get all of the loot. All right, these are the nurses or whatever I think they're called. I'm actually surprised that my stasis works on this thing. Okay, well, we got a thing. Defense potion, which I don't really need. What else? I feel like there's some good stuff there. I will take that for sure. Okay, let's head this way. I'm excited. I'm excited. I feel like this is a good, like, it's good that we're finally doing some of these harder dungeons, you know? Okay, we got some good stuff. What did we get? Oh, we got a lot of good stuff. I'll take that. What should we get rid of? This I don't care about. I could really use a backpack right about now, though. Okay, let's do this. Here goes nothing. I really love this dungeon. I do. I need a backpack. Okay. Do that. Watch out for the blobs. Blobs are no bueno. Where should I be? I think in here, maybe? Follow the group. Okay. We've made it to... Okay, it's the wizard guy. I'm surprised I'm able to stasis so many things here. Okay. Is this the final boss? So apparently curse doesn't work on this guy? I guess not. I think a lot of people don't like the Mystic because they're tired of waiting for the stasises to wear off, I think. My guess. Okay, I think we're weak. Just be careful. Oh, confused. Confused and weak. Okay. All right, and we got another blue bag. Another attack potion, which is great. I guess that wasn't the last boss. I know, we're learning, guys. We're learning. Somebody was nice enough to give me an awesome guide. I need to memorize it. I need to read it again. Okay. A lot of people already up there. Just assuming where we should be. Is there another boss here? Yes, there is. Oh, it's the Oryx boss. How could I forget the Oryx boss? Okay. This one, actually, our stasis is quite useful. Okay. Just gotta be very careful and not die. We are slightly more maxed out. We're almost 3 out of 8, actually. Come on. Come on. Some poor fool's getting chased. All right. Let's see. Exalted Magic Ring. Honestly, not as good as what I think I have already, but let's go drop some of this off. That was exciting. I love that. That was great. So, all right. Let's go over to ye old vault portal. We'll drop that off here. I could really use another vault chest, actually. Let's see, let's drink that. Let's see, we don't really need this anymore. We'll be selling these. I guess we can drop this. We don't need 2 of these. What's that, T11? Yeah, see, we got so many things. We don't really need this anymore. But I do want that. I don't really, yeah, okay, cool. So a lot of stuff to drop. We'll keep these here as well. Oh, there's room here. Let's yeah. There we go. All right, perfect. So one more quick pass through, and then I think we'll probably call that an episode. I'm tempted to call it an episode now, just because we're already have done good stuff, I guess, right? But we'll do one quick pass. Maybe we'll do another sprite if we can find one. So, oh, cool. I was a little bit late to the party though. Let's do an ocean trench. I think that's a good way to end this off, right? Hopefully. All right. Dark's in here. I did not want to drag it with me. I was just looking for some more air. All right. Should we? Let's just wait. I guess we'll wait. So let me think. Is there any other cool stuff about water? It has good sound transmission in it. So if you know, water will actually transmit sound faster and better than air will. And most other fluids, or a lot of other fluids as well. It's fairly incompressible, but it is very, very slightly compressible. So it has a pretty high boiling and melting point, which is useful as well. So I don't know, that, you know, it's a fairly unique liquid, in my opinion. You know, like there's a lot of really cool stuff about water. And maybe that just makes me sound like some sort of a geeky nerd or something. But you know what? That's okay. I'm okay being that geeky nerd. Okay, let's head up. Grab some air here. I'll just go with these guys, because why not? As we don't really need any potions. I mean, other than stat potions, of course. Take a breather, pun intended. All right. This is obviously not the correct way to go. Got some air before we all drown and die. So what is the actual, like, dangerous thing about this? Is it running out of air, or what is it? Because it actually doesn't feel like it's really all that difficult, you know? Other than the fact that you just have to worry about running out of air a little bit more. Or is it because you can't outrun stuff because you have to sometimes be in the air pocket? I could see that as being some of the difficulty. These slugs always remind me of BioShock as well. They're like the BioShock slugs. Oh, I was not in the air, and I thought I was. All right, let's keep going forward. Is it these guys? Because these guys do seem like they're a little bit hard to kill. But they're not horrible, you know? I don't know. I don't know. All right, let's keep going. Oh, one person made it. Let's air up first. Oh, hello. She is like right there. Where's the air, man? Where'd the air? Is it because these guys here are blocking the air? I think that's probably it, isn't it? Okay, whew. Alright, we got the air. We got a mana potion! Guys, that is my first mana potion ever. Ever. First one, and you guys were here to witness it. That's amazing. I'm excited. I'm excited. I didn't even know that that's what you got from that dungeon, but that is, I think, one of the perfect places to leave this episode. It's gone a little bit longer than intended, but that's okay. I hope you guys found it at least interesting or learned something, or I'll try and find something cooler for the next science talk that we do, the next science with the sea otter talk, or whatever we want to call it. But either way, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an excellent rest of your day and an excellent weekend. It's Friday, and I will see you in the next episode.